So I want to pop in here and talk about a lesser-known classic Hollywood movie called Love with a Proper Stranger that came out in 1963. It's directed by Robert Mulligan that I think you should check out. I think it would make for a great Valentine's Day date night movie. And yeah, I wanted to share with you guys my reaction and my review and my thoughts about the movie. So the story centers around Natalie Wood, who plays Angie Rossini, a New York shop girl. Specifically, she works at Macy's, and she comes from a conservative Catholic Italian family. Steve McQueen plays Rocky Papasono, a struggling musician. So the story centers around how they had a one-night stand, and Angie finds herself pregnant, but obviously she can't go and tell her family because it's out of wedlock, and she does go confront Rocky about it, and he agrees to pay for her then illegal abortion procedure. So this is probably one of the hardest scenes to watch in the movie. This is when Natalie Wood's character Angie goes to get the abortion procedure, and she goes through a ton of emotional turmoil. But yeah, I think that's what made this movie very enjoyable to me, because it's challenging the traditional norms of women being expected to get married and have kids in that order. And it deals with the whole idea that, yeah, life doesn't always happen according to plan, and life is a roller coaster. There are definitely ups and there are definitely downs, and you just have to deal with it. So I like how this movie is very true to life, realistic, very gritty. It's not your traditional fluffy love story. Also, it's very interesting to watch old movies because you get transported to that time period. For example, obviously, like, this is a really tough scene to watch with the then illegal abortion procedure. Additionally, she works at Macy's, as I mentioned before, and it was very entertaining and fun to be transported to that time because Macy's, the storefront was so different. They were selling like parrots and birds and pets in there, which is something that Macy's doesn't do anymore. So that's one thing I find really enjoyable watching classic movies. But Natalie Wood was actually nominated for an Oscar for this movie, and I think it's definitely well deserved because I think she was very good at displaying those range of emotions, especially in this really difficult scene. Okay, now I'm going to be talking a bit about spoilers, so if you don't want to know about spoilers, you can probably check out at this point. But the movie, one of the criticisms I've been seeing about this movie is that it did such a good job of dealing with, like, you know, weighty subjects and how life doesn't happen according to plan, as I mentioned. Like, it's more realistic portrayal of a love story. But there were complaints about how it kind of abruptly, like, tied all the loose ends together in the end and gave Natalie Wood's character Angie like a romantic fairy tale happy ending, where literally Steve McQueen's character Rocky plays a banjo, serenades her, and asks her to marry him, which is not always the case with a lot of situations like this, like one night stands. Like, it doesn't always end in a fairy tale ending. Like, sometimes, you know, you'll probably have to end up being a single mom and figure out co-parenting, etc. So it's not exactly like true to life. But you know what? I kind of enjoyed that fairy tale ending because, first of all, it is, after all, a movie, and second of all, she dealt with a lot of difficulties in this movie and challenges, like just like the abortion scene was very difficult to watch. So I kind of was okay, and I kind of felt like she deserved some sort of happy ending, just to kind of balance everything out in the movie. So I personally was okay with it, and I liked how, you know, in the end they were able to find love together and have a happy ending. I was okay with that, but I did see like a lot of criticism about that. But yeah, all in all, I thought the performances were really good. This was actually the first time I watched any movie with Steve McQueen in it. I didn't really see him as a romantic comedy type of star, so I'm not sure if this was kind of abnormal that he was in this type of movie. I always imagined, or I always pictured him being in more like action-oriented movies, so I don't know if this was like the first time he ever did a romantic comedy, and if he did any more after this, but I thought they had amazing chemistry, and I love the scene where they have dinner together and where they start growing feelings for each other. That was really cute. Like, they had really cute banter, so check that scene out. But yeah, all in all, I found the movie really enjoyable. I think it's a hidden gem. If you decide to watch the movie, let me know your thoughts, and stay tuned for more movie reviews from me.